Southwest Iowa's tradition.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to speak here today. My name is Ed Wright. I'm running for United States House of Representatives in Iowa's 3rd District. My children and grandchildren have fewer choices than I had when I was a child. And it disturbs me greatly that little by little we are allowing Congress after Congress and droves of agency bureaucrats the trend is unmistakable and persistent. We're often cajoled to seek safety or some temporary comfort, and in accepting and indeed in some cases even inviting lawmaking and regulatory regimes to impose on us and our future generations tax burdens, regulatory constraints that limit the choices available to them. While at times certain select groups are allowed a conspicuous expansion of certain kinds of freedom, overall we've been losing. And I think that it's imperative that, number one, we become very pointedly aware of this, pay careful attention. The axiom that eternal vigilance is the price of freedom is not just unique to military application. It is very much alive in everyday life here in these United States. And our citizens must become more aware of this. I'm the best choice to represent Iowans in the 3rd District because I demonstrate commitment to this district. I'm a native of rural Guthrie County. I live on my childhood home farm. I've started and operated successful businesses here in Iowa and do so today. 5 generations of my family live and work in the 3rd District here in Iowa. And apart from my 9 years of active duty in the U.S. Navy, I've lived my life here. I'm not a professional politician, as most of you can suspect. These days, I'm somewhat proud of them. The activities I've engaged in, I was educated as an engineer and in business finance, and I've worked in those fields my entire career. I want to thank you again for the opportunity to speak to you here today. My axiom in my campaign primary message is to choose freedom. A lot of people think that that's kind of a nebulous thing. It's not at all nebulous. It's very specific. There are particular things afoot, as many in the rural communities can articulate, with this massive land grab perpetrated by the Environmental Protection Agency, whereby expanding the definition of navigable waterways to include virtually every molecule of water from the clouds to the oceans. This is an enormous prospective transgression, and shame on us if we let these bureaucratic goons get away with this. And this is only one example of many. I'm a firm advocate of your rights to self-protection by whatever means you deem to be the most effective. The most appropriate gun laws in this country are the Second Amendment, and I don't think we should have anything beyond that. We've been waging an unconstitutional war on drugs that has collateral damage that is vast and wide. Many social damages, many economic damages, the perpetration of many invasions of privacy and freedom, extraction of our property, and incarceration of our kids. Who does it work for? We still can't keep drugs out of schoolyards or maximum security prisons. Doesn't work. The alcohol prohibition was a perfect example of why this kind of thing is not achievable. It's a utopian notion perpetrated by people who have something to gain by it. Our prison populations have swollen. Our court system is clogged. I'm sure there's some trial lawyers that are making some good money on this. And certainly the drug lords are delighted that they don't have to compete with Walgreens or CVS. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk. I'll be glad to answer questions.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed.